Yo, Pokefam, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over all things Terastal Festival, how each card is stacking up, and how the rankings are when it comes to pricing now that the set has recently released in Friday. A lot of surprising data here that we'll go over, and also how the cards are just performing in general in the future with 2025. I know that we've had quite a bit of turnaround with the Terastal Festival into prismatic evolutions that the United States is going to be getting in January. So we'll kind of see exactly how that plays out. A little bit of a different setup, a little bit of a different face cam as well in the layout. Thanks for all the feedback as well and all the love. If you haven't already subscribed, please don't forget to hit that down below, leave a like on this video, and a comment on which card you are looking for next. I do my best on reaching out and replying to every single comment that is posted below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Our first card that we're going to be looking at is going to be the EVSAR 223. You have a lot of listings here for $39.79, $47.75, going around the high 30s, low 40s, as you can see on this card. We did get two sets of EVs in this set. So you had the 223 and then also the other SAR, which we'll go over here in just a moment. In my humble opinion, I definitely like the more flowery photo, and then also just the artwork. It looks really, really clean. Not a lot of movement when it comes to those high 30s, low 40s. You can got one that sold for $41.80. You have one for $44.78. One for $44.50 is actually the other SIR that we're going to be going over, which is it's a nice looking card. But since we've already gone over it, let's jump into it now. So we had the other EV sitting at that 223. This card is going to be the 224 of the 187 set, sitting at that $43 to $40 price range. Again, really great pricing for both EVs. The rainbow borders, I think we all really enjoy. We just got those in the recent set for Stellar Crown, which has continued to do really, really well. $44.95, $41.99, $41.80, $44.97. I mean, these are all very recent sales in the early December. I mean, December 8th, December 7th, just recently. Really great artwork. Let me know which one is your favorite out of the two EVs. I already give you my thoughts. Definitely for me, it's going to be just this more simplistic looking view. I mean, look at that card right there. It is just such a good looking artwork there. Really crystallized, good looking card. The next card we're going to be going over in this evolution set is going to be Jolteon. Jolteon used to be my overall favorite back in the day when 151 was a set. You only had the 3 evolutions. Now we have like 25, it feels like. Obviously, that is a stretch. The Jolteon SAR at the 209-187 is at $39.51, $42.79, $43.99, $44.95. Again, really good pricing, to be honest. I mean, you're sitting at that high 30s, close to 40 mid price range, something that you can absolutely jump on. You'll see a trend throughout these evolutions where a lot of this hype and a lot of this market manipulation was just really pumping up the pricing on it, making a lot of people have that FOMO and just fear of missing out on this set and actually capturing all of the cards. We'll go over that at the end of the video on what the prices are of getting every single one of these evolutions. But again, really great artwork, really great pricing, and I'm really happy that everyone can at least get in the reasonable price range of getting this inside their collection, because this is something that you don't want to miss out on, especially with the Japanese set. Next Pokemon we're going to be going over is the Leafeon SAR 200 out of 187. You have most recent sales literally today at $42.79 on December 9th. You also have $42.95, low 40s. Here is a one card that we just now recently got into the 50 mark. So Leafeon had one sale on December 8th recently for that 53 even with free shipping. It looks like all of these are all free shipping, by the way. So you have $42.93, $45.80, $47, and $43.99. I mean, these cards just definitely pop when it comes to, how they're looking when you pull them. I've seen a couple of different live streams where people are pulling the God packs. I've covered that in a recent video. If you haven't watched that, I'll put a link in the description of this video so guys can take a look at that. Pull rates, I haven't really, done the math on it or even dug into it as well. If you all know the pull rates for those God packs, put them down in the comments. I know that there was a lot of lively conversations that were happening in the previous comment section of the videos. But again, really great artwork. Really awesome to see these cards being attainable and not just being overall hyped up. Next card that we're going to be going over in the Evolution set is going to be Flareon. Flareon selling at today, December 9th, $45. You have some selling at that low $40 mark, so $41.79, $44.99. I mean, this card also definitely pops. Something that, Flareon doesn't get the most love, and this card in particular had a really large crown. I didn't know how that was going to actually play out for the artwork, but as you can see, this one's selling for $41.75 with free shipping. Obviously, is something that you absolutely want to pick up, in my opinion. I really want to collect all of these evolutions, so I want to have an entire set of them in the Japanese Terastal Festival, and I also want to have a set of them in the Evolving Skies, and then moving into the Prismatic Evolutions that we're going to be getting in early 2025. Really great pricing. So we have quite a few of them. $42.99, $41.76, $47 or $46 rather, even, all free shipping. Really great pricing here. Next card that we're going to be going over is the Vaporeon. Vaporeon having really great movement as well with that $43.99. December 8th, $48 even. And again, that's free shipping. You have one that popped off just randomly, I guess. It looks like for $63 even, $44.79, and then $89.99. $90 for that card. Now, that could just be a really well-centered card. Most of the Japanese cards are just going to be well-centered, less, I would say, manufacturing issues with the distribution of the cards. I know America just kind of has more of a whitening, less quality, I would say, in the manufacturing process of it. Japanese cards always look more clean for sure, especially with the centering. One sold for $41.82, $43.78, $45.97. Not my favorite artwork within this set. Obviously, when it comes to the popularity of the Pokemon, it is absolutely a popular Pokemon. So if you're a Vaporeon fan, I get it. This is definitely a must for you. I just wanted to feel something a little bit different for the artwork for Vaporeon. Next card that we're going to be going over is the Espeon. Espeon has done quite well. As you can see, we're kind of going in order for pricing. The more EVs with the Jolteon and the Flareons, those were a little bit of the lower pricing here, and you kind of slowly but surely start to tick up here on the eBay sales. So we'll start with December 9th, again, sitting at that $52 mark. December 8th, $54.95, and again, one for $54.97. One dropped down to $49.99 with free shipping. That's actually not bad. So you can see the Espeon in that low 50 mark. Will this go up with all of these cards? And, there's going to be ups and downs, obviously, within the market, and Terastal Festival is not going to be one that's going to be, outside of that realm. I definitely say that these cards could continue to go up. Hopefully not that dramatically. It really depends on distribution and how the quantities are. Again, it's just all about that supply and demand. If we have a lot of supply, then usually that demand's going to be decreased on that one. $59.99 for this card. And really, again, this pops so much for this card. So really good pricing for Espeon. Let's move on to the next, which is going to be Glaceon. Glaceon, to me, definitely had the more simplistic artwork within all of the sets of the Evolution, and the crown really did it justice for this card. I mean, it's selling right now for $58.95 today, so almost in that $60 price range. You had one sell for $54.95, $42.95, and then you kind of slowly see them going back down to that low $40 price range there. I mean, for this card, it's definitely a really simplistic card. I've seen this get pulled quite a bit, and more or less, I've seen most of these evolutions have really solid pull rates. I was really afraid with the Umbreon, which we'll kind of go into a little bit later, or Moonbreon, whatever you want to call it. But I've seen quite a bit of people pull this card on stream. I mean, let's just go into this artwork right here really quickly. I mean, such a great looking card. Let's expand it, might as well. Really great artwork here. Like the card a lot. Almost looks like this is photoshopped as well, but we'll digress on that one. Let's move into Sylveon. Sylveon to me was very, very surprising. I knew that it was going to be obviously a top tier Pokemon, but given the fact that these cards were in that, low 40, low 50 price range, I did not expect Sylveon to outshine the rest of the cards within this set. And figuring out where it kind of lies, right now it's kind of finding its way in that high 80 to low 90 range on eBay. So you have one that's just sold for $90 even with free shipping. One just sold for $88.97, $93.99, $88, $88, $88, $85. I mean, again, really, really great performance with this card that definitely outweighed the Jolteons and the Flareons and the Vaporeons. Usually Sylveon and Umbreon are kind of going to be like the top two there for all the sets when it comes to evolutions. Let's take a look at one of these cards to get a better look at it. I mean, again, 36 watchers on this card before it sold, and it really did well here. Really love the artwork, super colorful, very vibrant, and the textures on these cards have been absolutely phenomenal. And it's a Japanese card. You can see the centering isn't that bad, especially left to right is like the only thing that I'm looking at the moment. And the top to bottom doesn't look that bad at all, especially if you want to get this cards graded. Japanese usually is going to be the one that shines out from the United States. When I'm looking at the actual card itself, no clear issues at all. So great pickup for that buyer. You have some that went to $95, even $93. One sold for $150 on December 8th. That better be like the cleanest looking Sylveon that I have seen. Let's see. Well, it's not going to let us look at it, unfortunately, but $150 is pretty wild there. Some sell for the low 90s. One sold for the high 80s. Really great performance with Sylveon. Again, one of the fan favorites, so something that we can definitely take a look at on the new year of 2025 and see how they are going to keep performing for us. So let's go on to the big one that everybody's waiting on. It's going to be the Umbreon, which is the 217 of 187. This guy is dramatically increasing very, very quickly. I'll go over really fast for you. Right now we had it at $299, almost $300. Well, over $300 once you count shipping. So that's $305 and some change. Let's say on December 9th, you had one sell for $261 with $25 in shipping. That was from the UK. $289 with $4.58 of shipping. $239, so $240. I mean, again, really strong performance with this card. $232.40. Let's take a look at that image. It actually looks pretty clean. You had 91 watchers on this card. Really great looking card. That's a really zoom in image, so we'll keep it right here. Looks actually very gradable. A 10 at just in the, let's just say the centering of it, right? So we've already covered this in recent videos. We've already covered this in different channels, obviously, too, but everyone's going to be looking out for this chase card. This is going to be the card to rule them all, if you would put it like that. The crown looks amazing. Just the stained glass, all the entire feel of this card absolutely knocked it out of the park. Let's go over some more listings here. You had two, the Umbreon and Sylveon, selling together for $339.97 with free shipping, and one selling for $230. I actually like this photo as well. The seller did a great job. I mean, guys, look at this. 312 watchers for this card. It just goes to show you photos, photos, photos. The more photos that you put on your listings, the better. Especially that's where I rank eBay the highest when it comes to just visibility and transparency for buyers and sellers. I know obviously TCG, we've covered this before, has its place, really does a great job on, kind of seeing where the market is, ixnaying on the market manipulation of it. But let's just dig into this one real quick and expand this. I mean, this card absolutely pops. Such a great looking card, especially with the lighting. Definitely did it justice. I mean, the rainbow borders, the rainbow coloring within the card. Yeah, you definitely can't beat it. So with that being said, like I said, I really want to look at collecting all of these sets, right? So you have from the Evolving Skies to the Terastal Festival, going into the Prismatic Evolutions or Evolutions. So what does that look like for pricing? Also, what does that look like for Terastal Festival? We'll find out Prismatic Evolution soon. Got it on the screen here. One sold on December 7th for $729.97, free shipping. So I'll let you do the math on that. Obviously, Umbreon and Sylveon is going to do the heavy lifting on that. And that might have been, just a really quick come up for a seller if they got it off of a God Pack. Who knows? Another one sold for $699.97 with free shipping from Japan, obviously. And then another one sold for $600 flat for the with free shipping, and that was best offer. Didn't even have to take a best offer. Another one sold for December 5th at $679, $709 on December 9th. And then that's when you kind of see the trickle effect of the 630s. And then you have the 688. Guys, what a performance for the Terastal Festival. What a performance with the Evolution set. Definitely some standouts with Sylveon and also Umbreon. But, some really strong performance in general with the other Pokemon with Jolteons and your Flareons. So let me know down in the comments below which one is going to be your favorite. Which one are you going to be collecting? Everyone knows that Umbreon's going to be the top choice, but give me some flair. I want to see what you guys are picking up, which ones you're looking into, and hopefully you like the new setup. Hopefully it's not in the way of the cards. That was kind of the biggest feedback that I had from the other previous videos that we had. So much love to you all. I appreciate all the comments that you are posting down in the channel as well. So with that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.